usually you're not talking about multiplayer at this point, but you guys actually brought Vonderhaar out, and he discussed a few of the broader details.
We rolled Dr. Vonderhaar out.
Basically, I mean, he's just stressing that he is aware of a lot of things that I think sometimes the community feels like the developers are not aware of, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, hopefully, your viewers and our fans realize it's like we are paying attention to what's going on out there in the world. We're very fortunate to have had the success that we had with Black Ops Online and people playing it and people enjoying it through the theater and combat training and all the different things that we brought to the table with Black Ops. But really, what we're doing is paying attention to not only the fact that the game has grown in size and a lot of new people are getting introduced to it, but there's a lot of people now who actually are professional and making their living playing this game, or there's people who just played a lot of Call of Duty and are very, very good and want to connect with other people that way. And we're paying attention to all those things, and we're integrating game design elements that's going to really appeal to all those things. We're paying attention to the esports scene and seeing how that can have an impact on our design. We're paying attention to the social scene, the fact that, Call of Duty is at its most fun when you're playing with your friends, right? And trying to help make people make those connections and get into the game with their friends more easily and just have a great experience all around. And I think one of the things that we're doing that I think is really important is we're not just taking Black Ops and adding to it. Vaughn and his team are looking at a very fundamental level at every single one of our systems. Create a class, the kill streak system, map design. Every single part of this multiplayer game is being looked at, and they are crafting the game from the bottom up how they see, basically based on all their experience and how they're seeing people play the game, and they're trying to just craft the best multiplayer game they can. So I think people can expect us to be pushing the boundaries on multiplayer pretty hard, and I think it's going to be exciting for players.
You mentioned that I mean, you guys were breaking the mold a bit with multiplayer in Black Ops 1, and I thought it was interesting that you mentioned that right about the time when you guys were pumping the game out, you feel like everyone was just then hitting their stride, being able to get done what they wanted to get done with the game. So they've gone absolutely bananas with this one. From the ground up.
Just for the viewers, it's like, just so you know, at Treyarch, it's like Black Ops was the very first time that the entire studio focused on one game. And we used to work on multiple games at one time, and so as a creative entity, everyone was really hitting their stride, to your point, like in that second year of Black Ops. So coming out of Black Ops, the team was just super pumped, and they really, it was like, while we worked the hardest we could and we gave everything we had to that, we felt like we were just at the point as a team that was really just kind of scratching the surface of what we could do. With this team, we had a ton of vets with a deep bench. We had some great new talent that's come together, and now they were just firing on all cylinders. So coming out of Black Ops, it wasn't like they just wanted to, make the sequel in kind of the way that you might think a sequel might be put together. They literally looked at every single part of this game, and they wanted to push it on every front, and really give fans a reason to come back. Because man, let's face it, everyone's had so many great Call of Duty experiences, but we need to come back with you guys with something that's really pushing it and keep you guys totally excited and pumped up, and the team's doing it. I'm really proud of what they're doing.
Well, we've got one more thing.
Okay.
One more thing we've got to discuss before I cut you loose. I'm at Treyarch. I got to ask about zombies. You didn't shed too. You just showed us like one slide, and I was like, oh, come on. But that was it.
Yeah.
So we know it's there.
It's coming. Absolutely. It's a Treyarch game.
What can you discuss about zombies, if anything?
No, I can. I mean, so those guys have really never been afraid to push the boundaries of Call of Duty ever, right? The Zombies team, but they really are doing it this time, like in a really big way. Creating a new world, a bigger world. We brought it inside the multiplayer engine. I'll just kind of leave it at that. If you know the kind of things that we can do in terms of community and getting people together to play games and things like that, and game modes and things like that. So right now you have your traditional wave-based zombies game mode. You're going to have a lot of new game modes that we're going to be offering you that you haven't seen before from us, and probably just told you more than than I'm probably allowed to, but suffice it to say, there's a ton of new creativity being pumped into that. It's its own game. Zombies is its own game. It ships on this platform called, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, alongside of that campaign and that multiplayer. And again, just really impressed with what the team is really going after with this one, and really wants to give players new experiences. And we really appreciate that Zombies community. I mean, it's an unlock. Let's face it was an unlock after World at War, and the fact that it has grown and exists in the way that it does is only because the fans want it. So thanks to you guys.
Yeah, we have a huge on Machinima. Just on Machinima, I know there's a huge community that is. I mean, when they put the game in, as soon as they get home with it for the first time, they're going straight to the Zombies mode. That's like what they.
Well, I can't wait for it then, because they're gonna be stoked. The team is really pulling out all the stops.
All right.